Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I have checked in with the Bulldogs head coach. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Bunch formation for these receivers. Takes the handoff. It's Hill. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up a 5. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10. Playoff positioning. All the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They believe they can run right here. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Pocket breaking down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Maybe didn't have the defense they expected, and they'll call a timeout here on 4th and 1. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. start on the ground with Frazier. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on the pass play.
Just feeds the running back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass that could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your run.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Tight end now in motion. Keelan Russell. Bringing the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Makes the catch. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down.
And that's just not the start they envisioned for this football game. First possession, you got a punt. Second possession now, 4th and short. I'm interested. Do they push the gas pedal and be aggressive because it has been a slow start and they haven't gotten things going? And do they try to force it here? Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
And the Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying play action. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Try to get it through the air. He's got it. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And this offense is a pretty smart offense, and they're going to use their guys and their weapons all kinds of different ways. And you see it right out the gates in this football game. Getting your running back in space, running the real route, getting him matched up on the matchup you want so you can take advantage. This offense will do this all throughout the game.
And the Bulldogs moving quickly to the line. Some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Finds his man. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Bulldogs have their offense in high gear.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Pistol. Gotta be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. One running back. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose. This should be the last play of the quarter.
Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him! And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll give to Frazier.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Maybe a crease. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Going to the run, it's Frazier. Oh, what a move. And they keep him out of the end zone. He's run out of bounds at the 5. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's a give to Frazier. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I think coming into this season, they thought, in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You can tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
On the ground, it's Hill. Gets it across the 10 to pick up a 5 and out of trouble to the 12.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing Russell. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
As a quarterback, it's no fun playing against 3-4 defenses when they can get pass rushes from the interior of their defensive line. How can you complete throws against this defense if you can't step up into the pocket?
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Might be calling a hot route. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Pulls it in and looking upfield. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch of the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
He'll be stopped short at the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, and now forcing a fourth down.
He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Off-play action on first down. Pulls it in. It's Humphries. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the red zone, it's Frazier. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Russell. Got it behind the line. It's Hill. Snags it, and there's running room. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. To the air, it's Russell. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest, but there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
And the disjointed start just looks sloppy when you get a false start. It's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Again, it's Russell. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this was one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Keelan Russell. It's complete. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The kick is on its way. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Just searching and working for the running route as he gets it out to the 26. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going 3.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Right on the money. Could be an alley. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Now the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
The tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Unleashes one. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Got some room to run. All down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Throwing Russell. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Russell from the gun on third down. Out of midfield, he's got room. There he goes. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Georgia using its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. That is no good. Guys, the missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's get things popping this week with Kentucky taking on the number 3 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's Kentucky able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. And I guess what they can take away from this one is they're back to even, 3-3 on the season.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Throws for the tight end. A 50-50 ball, and the defense has it.
And it's frustrating because you go in the half, and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out first drive, trying to get some momentum created, turn it over to the other team, give them a good field position now too. Not the ideal start.
He'll take it himself. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. Trying to run, it's Hill. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running inside, it's Rodgers. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Got his man on the right. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. It's 4th down. They'll send the back in motion. Russell will throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out the quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Frazier. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand. He gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebackers.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster on the offensive line.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to throw. It's Stockton. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Alabama quickly back to the line.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness at the end.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. Russell. Fires to the big fella. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
It's complete to the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field.
A little trickeration, looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete. They thought they had the fake all dialed up, and it did not work. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on downs. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Might have a chance. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time and try to get their offense the football back?
This one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscles. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Handoff for Frazier. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. At the end of the play, there's a Georgia Bulldog who has yet to get up. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Phillips. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And he's going to bring this one out. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an
takes it out. Good blocking. Give him a little crease, and you can see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep fighting, right? This game ain't over yet. Like, you still got an opportunity. Does it look good? No. But now, I got the ball back. Great job by the defense forcing the turnover. Now, let's see if we can go out and make this thing interesting, put some plays together, maybe get an onside kick. Who the heck knows?
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Punts it out of the air. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Alabama pushing the tempo. A first down run in the red zone. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And the defense got it. Past the 50. The 40.
It is so awesome, Palmer, to see the best athletes on the field with the ball in their hands. The defensive lineman, baby, scooping up the fumble, trying to get it to the house. He might have ran out of gas a little bit of steam lost, and he gets caught. But what a play by the big D line.
Look at the big fella rumbling and stumbling and bumbling down the field. I'll tell you what, it wouldn't shock me if that guy at some point played running back earlier in his life, maybe when he was 8 years old. But hey, give the guy credit. He completely flips the field. Not only recovers the fumble, but now sets his offense up in great field position.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to it, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And he's not going to tee. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Tide offense rolls onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Caught in the backfield, it's Hill. Fights off the defender. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. So they're facing third and short from the 25. Making side adjustments here. Russell from the gun on third down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it way down the field. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. Running the red zone, it's Phillips. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Sets up the screen. Breaks the tackle. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And a lapse in concentration will back them up 5, but still a 1st and goal. Snagged out of the air. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. They'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. The play action fake. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this clock away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win to, man, now I got to put my defense back on the field, and anything can happen, right? Football, and you can catch breaks, and so now you got to go out and earn it. You had this thing under wraps.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Down 2 scores in the 4th. The defense did its job to get the ball back, and now the offense has to make it pay off. Keelan Russell. He wants to go deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge was getting in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive at that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Russell. Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead. Get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Throwing Russell. Gets it out fast. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Again, it's Russell. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here.
And guys, we got to see his first start, right? Like, get started into this. Being a highly recruited high school kid, taking that next step. And I'll tell you what, Jesse, watching his tape over these last weeks and now getting into the middle of the season, later part of the season, he looks like he's the part. Can he carry this team to the next level, to a natty?
That's what people are talking about now, Dave, because here's the thing. Everybody knew he had the physical attributes, right? The thing that we've been really impressed with, I think, is just seeing his poise and how he's handled the pressure each and every week for a true freshman. If this keeps up, David, I think that question could get answered. I think he could take this team at least to the college football playoff, and then who knows what beyond.
Russell. With the catch, it's Rodgers. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep him in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 36 for the first down. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Here's a hit. He sacked this defense all over it.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage. They've given up some plays. No big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Everything going their way right now. Last drive they score. Special teams goes out. They execute the onside kick. You need a touchdown now. Can your offense deliver for you here late in the game?
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Flips it out to the back. Surge to head for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wide receiver going in motion. Keelan Russell flips it out on the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. 4th down, Russell throws to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.